So, I mean, in Japanese law, there are no specific regulations regarding sick leave.
Yes, I heard about that before.
Oh, yeah. As Japanese people are not familiar with the concept of the sick leave. And could you please explain it briefly?
Yeah, so sick leave is something and I think in my country generally, the idea of work-life balance is quite important also. So for example, for me, I don't encourage my staff to just stay if there is no work. So as long as they are on time and they go back on time, sacrifice doesn't equal to loyalty. Right? And also I don't think loyalty comes from you must sacrifice yourself. Loyal means that.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I'm Kazuki.
Nice.
And where are you from?
I'm from Singapore.
Singapore, okay. What's your name?
My name, you can call me Ayin.
Okay. Are you working here?
Yeah.
Okay. I will ask you some questions about the work environment in your country.
Okay.
Are you an employee or self-employed?
Employee.
What is your job?
My job? I'm a marketing manager.
Marketing manager, okay. So from now on, I want to some questions regarding like paid holidays.
Okay.
Yeah, in Japan, the law ensure a minimum of 10 paid holidays per year after 6 months of starting the job. But many people don't take them all due to high pressure. How many paid holidays do you get per year? And what's the legal minimum in your country?
I believe it's 14 and I get 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
It depends on what company or like...
Yeah, I believe the minimum is 14 days and then some company do give a bit more. So I start from 14 days in my current company.
Okay, understand. And do you get them immediately after joining the company or after some months since joining the company?
Yeah, so it's prorated. So meaning that it is counted based on how long you work with the company. And then for every 1 full year, we have an increment. So like plus 1 day until a maximum of 20 days. In where I work.
I think it's kind of similar in Japan. The next question is most Japanese people don't use them all, but don't use them all. But do you have to use them all within a year?
Yeah, so we have carry forward. So there's a number of days you need to finish within that year, and then there is a certain number of days you can bring forward to another year, but just 1 year.
In 2019, the government required people to take 5 days off as part of work reforms in Japan, but it's often difficult to take them all at once. In the end, most people end up taking 1 day off at a time throughout the year. What do you think about this compared to your country?
For me, I would usually take all the leaves. And then the people around me will also do that. So usually we will either clear it like by the year end or maybe for our own occasions like birthday, public holiday, like school children holiday, or like just normal holiday, Christmas, that kind.
Okay. Thank you. Is it common? Like the people take all like paid holidays or like?
Yeah, I think it's quite common because that is what the government as well as the company encourage for a healthy workplace. And also here we quite prioritize the time spent with friends or family. So like long holiday, like together with the public holiday, to take a few days to spend with family, to meet with friends, relative is quite common.
Okay. I think it's not common in Japan. Okay. When you apply holidays, to your boss or company, do you inform your boss directly or use like software system or something?
So we have like an application form that we need to key in, and then I would inform my supervisor, my direct supervisor, that I have already updated the form. So he or she will need to do an approval.
Okay, and once like your boss like approved it, so you can take off.
Yeah.
And has your boss ever discussed or complain your vacation plans?
No,
No?
not today.
Okay. It's free.
Yeah,
It's
free.
on you. Okay.
But we
That's
also, of course, understand that sometimes company have like projects.
Uh-huh.
So during like important projects or deadline,
yeah.
we of course make sure that things are going on
Right.
smoothly before we go
Yeah.
off, so to say.
Or before you go to holiday, so you
Yeah.
need to complete everything. Like,
yeah, or for example,
Yeah.
hand over to a certain staff. Now let them know where is it at.
Okay. And do people like in your country often use their paid holidays or like like travel or abroad or something?
Oh yes.
It's
'Cause-
common.
Because Singapore is a it's a small country,
Uh-huh.
and then we are very strategically located.
Okay.
So for short holidays,
Uh-huh.
usually I will go nearby, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia,
Okay. Yeah.
places like this. And then if longer holidays, I can go further. For
Ah.
example, Europe, America, or
Right.
Japan.
So from this spot, I want to talk about sick leave. Do you have sick leaves in your country's law and in your company?
Yes. We have a
Oh.
sick leave MC.
All right. Okay. So I mean, in Japanese law,
Mm.
there are no specific regulations regarding sick leave.
Yes, I heard about that before.
Oh yeah. As Japanese people are not familiar with the concept
Mm.
of the sick leave, And could you please explain it briefly?
Yeah, so sick leave is something we take if very suddenly or last minute we
Okay.
feel not feeling well, and then we need to get like a certification from the clinic or from the doctor to prove that we are unwell. Is it for one day or is it for several days that we need to rest to get back to our fit state?
Okay. All right. Thank you. And is it paid whole amount of your salary?
Yes, it is a paid leave. Medical leave is a paid
Oh
leave.
yeah. Okay.
Within the number of days.
Okay. And what is the maximum number of days for sick leave? Sorry.
Yeah, I actually don't remember clearly, but I think it is 20 days.
20 days.
Yeah, I think it's about 10, 14 or 20, I can't remember.
Okay.
But there's something which we call sick leave, and there's another thing we call hospital leave. So hospital leave is if you are very much unwell and you need to be hospitalized
Okay.
for a longer time, and then I believe that is 180 days or 120 days. Yeah. So about that.
All right. Thank you. And is it common to take sick leave for like fake illness or like do you need to submit doctor's certificate? Yeah, so you mentioned like that. You need to submit the
Yes, I need to
doctor's
submit a
certificate.
doctor.
Yeah, okay. But like, is it common like, I mean like people, so sometimes like submit the document or something and then like,
Yes,
but this is fake or like.
Not so sure how common is it. I think it happens, but because you will also need to go to the clinic and things like that. So unless you are unwell in some sort of way, we put aside whether minor or major.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to be you need to feel some sort of unwellness before the doctor will give you a proof or some kind of medication.
Yes, I mean like so in Japan. So my previous company is in Japan, and then like the people sometimes submit like the doctorate certification, but like the certification is like a mental illness or something.
Oh, that is not so common.
Oh, okay.
So I think the common one is like maybe fever, maybe stomach ache, or maybe you have like some
More like
sore
physical.
flu. Yes, more physical ones.
Okay, right. Like, what would you happen if you take sick leave 1 month or 2 months like that? So more like longer term.
Oh, I think that is not called sick leave, so that would fall under the hospitalization leave. Because I'm not so sure, but I have never encountered a sick leave that is more than 3 days or so. Maybe maximum is
more
like
shorter.
Yes, it's a shorter thing.
Okay.
So for the 2 months, it's either you go on unpaid leave or if there's a hospitalization, if can use the hospitalization leave, then that may be another option. But that maybe doesn't fall under the sick leave. Okay.
So if you took like 1 or 2 months sick leave, so those like sick leave, affect your promotion or something?
I think it depends on the company culture. So I think it's not so much of a yes or no, because company they have policies, for example, for paternity, maternity, and then other leaves, for example, for you to be away from work for a little and then come back. So in that kind of company, it may not be seen as so uncommon, but if in another different setting where if 1 week or 2 weeks is considered long, maybe being gone for 1 month or 2 months may really affect the promotion path of the progression.
Okay. The next part is regarding overtime working.
Overtime, okay.
Yep. How many hours do you work per day, and how many days do you work per week?
Okay, so I work 8 hours every day, including 1 hour lunch break, and then I work 5 days per week. Yeah.
Okay. How often do you work overtime, and how many hours in a day?
For my role, I don't have a overtime pay, but sometimes project requirement or like busy time do have some cases where I work overtime. That kind of case, I try to keep it within like 2-3 hours just to finish the bare minimum.
Okay, thank you. And are there law like regulating overtime in your country?
Yes, I believe so.
In Japan, one of the reasons for frequent overtime is the atmosphere where it's difficult to leave until your seniors or co-workers leave.
Okay.
Yeah, this is our culture.
Okay.
Yeah. And how is it in your country? And is there any pressure to leave the company on time when you finish working?
I think in my country, there's no pressure to wait till everybody leave and then I can leave.
Right.
So basically, I leave on time, or unless some overtime if the project require. And I think in my country generally, the idea of work-life balance is quite important also. So we don't, like for example for me, I don't encourage my staff to just stay if there is no work. So as long as they are on time and they should go back on time, and then within the working hours, just to maximize the efficiency to make sure everything is done.
It's very important. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is the next part, the perspective for work. In Japan, there is an expectation to sacrifice personal time for the sake of contributing to the company.
Okay.
Some people, some Japanese people. Yeah. Do you have a similar sense, like similar ideas, like of loyalty for your company? So deserve yourself to the company like that, or do you have those kind of ideas, or does your country's employee have those kind of ideas?
Okay. For me personally, how to say, sacrifice doesn't equal to loyalty. And also, I don't think loyalty comes from you must sacrifice yourself. So for me, it's it's to maintain a healthy relationship between the individual and the country and the company. So we can still be loyal to a company, or the company can also take care of the employee well-being, so that they can be loyal and then they can contribute their best. So, and I don't so much think about the idea of sacrificing, because I think when you sacrifice, you go, I think going all out is good, but you shouldn't cross, for example, the healthy line to and yourself become unhealthy, because in that way, even if you are loyal to the company, you are not in a good state to contribute. So I think so that's what I think.
If you contribute like your loyalty too much
yes.
to like company.
Uh.
I think you need to take sick leave or something.
Yes. So I think loyal is a good thing. Loyal means that the relationship is good,
Yeah.
and then the company also takes care with you,
Right.
takes care of you, so you would like to stay with them for long. So I think this is more of a relationship building thing, and
More
then
healthy relationship.
yeah, sacrificing I think is a
More
different,
like kind of crazy thing.
maybe a bit of the extreme.
Extreme.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
for today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.